Westview High School on the map officially in Class 2A.
And the Westview Warriors go to 25-3 on the year. Troy Neely wins his second state championship.
Hostetler.
Oh, tough move by Scott Hostetler. Bounce pass to Rensberger. And he puts it in off the glass. Now he'll pump it up from the left side and hit.
Look at the trap. That's trouble when you find Yoder that wide open.
Have you ever been unpleasantly surprised by a purchase and wish you had done more investigation before buying? Gold Key Home Inspections is here to help give you peace of mind about one of your largest investments, your home. Our inspectors are trained to expertly evaluate all aspects of your potential home and give you information to use in making an informed decision. Don't gamble on your future. Give Gold Key Home Inspections a call today to set up your appointment.
This is Jamie Miller with Laguana Media at Churubusco High School with Coach Rob Yoder. And Coach, you had an emphatic win over Northridge last week. Talk a little bit about what you liked about the performance and maybe some of the things you're working on this week that you didn't like.
Well, I thought that the things we liked is that our young guys got some experience and played better in the second half than they did in the first. So we thought that they made some improvements there. I think that we did a lot of things right. Obviously, Northridge can score a little bit, and we held them to 45. So, we weren't terrible on defense. We did a decent job there. I think things that we wanted to see improve was just one-on-one defense, a little bit better hitting on screens when we call names, not so much missing of screens. So there's a few things we did right. There's a lot of things to clean up, but it's early in the year, and that's what you do is try to practice it, but there's no guarantee that kids are going to perform it out in the game. And then you watch it on film and you try to do a better job of taking from practice into the game.
Some of the young guys you were referencing, Jordan Schrock and Drew Litweiler, tell us about what they bring to your team that you like.
Well, I just think they have pretty good energy and a desire to get better, and so that's really good. But obviously Drew is a guy that has – for that group has always scored well, and he's working hard to improve defensively and round his game, but just a natural ability to score and get off shots. Pretty crafty with the basketball about getting shots off. I think Jordan right now is probably right at the top in that group, that sophomore group, as a defender. He did a good job of rebounding the ball strong with two hands, which we like to see, go up and get it with two hands, be strong with it. He did that well. I think that the Twins are right there with him defensively, just solid for sophomores. They have the potential to defend well for us. So I think there's some others that are right there. Tim is maybe a little more along Drew's mold as more of a scorer, but as a group, and even guys down on the JV, we're just happy with that group. We think they have a lot of potential for us.
And so now on to Churubusco. What do we have to do tonight to be successful against Churubusco?
Well, obviously Paul is the returning point guard, and he had a brother that played a couple years ago, and then he kind of, when his brother graduated, he was there as a freshman, and so I think their offense kind of starts with him, and so our defensive game plan will kind of start there too, that we got to keep his penetration out of the middle of the floor. We got to do a good job of not fouling and make him hit field goals, and preferably well-guarded field goals. But I think his penetration starts it. But they have a number of other guards that are awfully good with the ball, with Kelly and McClure, and they just, as a group, I think they drive it really well. I think that they all will shoot it, and they all have proven the ability to make shots, but their ability as a group to penetrate the basketball and get into your defense probably concerns us more than anything. So that containment of penetration out of the middle floor probably has to be our number one focus tonight.
Okay, and one last thing. Will we see Nick tonight?
I think Nick is really close and even possibly or probably could play tonight, but I think we're going to hold him one more time.
Okay, thanks, Coach. Good luck. And we'll be back with the keys to the game right after this.
When you're turning your house into a home, your furniture plays a big part in the finished product. You'll love the finished products at Weaver Furniture Sales in Shipshewana. Come see the Weaver family. They will work with you to find a piece that fits your needs, or they'll have it custom built just for you. Weaver Furniture Sales is located just south of 5 and 20 in Shipshewana. Visit their website at weaverfurnituresales.com.
Charlie Yoder's next. He leads the Warriors in scoring with an average of 22 after the pair of games that we've won. Elijah Hales with an 18-point average coming in. Those are the 3 guards. And Jordan Schrock gets his start tonight, as Coach Yoder said, 3.5 points per game. He's a 6-foot sophomore. And Josh Ostetler, the senior, rounds out the starting 5 for the Warriors, a 6'4", or rather 6'1" senior. Josh has hit all of his free throws this year, 5 out of 5. Now they've turned the lights off, as you can see.
They're spotlighting us over here, I think.
Yeah, they're going to say our name here in a minute. So now we'll meet the starters.
Now you really can't see their numbers.
Not at all. I'll have to turn my flashlight on so I can see my scorecard. Churubusco is coached by Chris Paul in his 3rd year at Busco. He's 30-21 in those 2 years that he's been here. First off the bench will be Jackson Paul, 6-foot sophomore. His brother Jalen Paul has some scoring records here at Churubusco. Graduated a few years back. Next out will be Gage Kelly, a 5'10" junior, wears number 10 on his Busco Eagle uniform. And another guard will be Luke McClure, a 5'11" sophomore, number 11. Next out will be 6'1" senior Mason Garland, wears number 42. And rounding out the starting lineup for the Churubusco Eagles will be Brayton Bonar, 6'2" senior. As I mentioned, led his team in scoring against Leo on Wednesday night with 24. Also led his team in rebounding with 6. So we're ready to go from Churubusco High School. Good to have you along tonight.
Use your basketball at its finest.
That's right.
Yeah, really a good crowd here tonight. At least looking across the way from what you typically see over there.
Right. Yeah.
I suppose when you're ranked number 1 in the state, you're going to bring some attention from opposing fans.
Yeah, they want to come out and see us. Charlie Yoder out at center court, and also out there is Mason Garland. The tip is controlled by the Warriors. Jordan Schrock, he'll give it to Hales. Hales goes right side to Josh. Go ahead.
Man-to-man defense for Churubusco.
Dennis Wingard. He's being guarded out there by Paul. He gets it to Josh Ostetler, and we have a foul's going to be called on a hand check. Mason Garland picks up the foul. Or no, that was Brayton Bonar, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Their leading scorer.
Correct. Dennis Wingard gives it to Hales.
Looks like we're now in a 2-3 zone.
Swing it around to Jordan Schrock. Down the wing, that's Hales. Top of the circles, Charlie misses off the mark on a 3 attempt. Pulled down by Garland, baseball pass ahead. Now they get it in the corner to McClure. His shot short. Dennis Wingard for the rebound. Here comes Hales. He'll give it to Wingard. Open lane to the basket, but it's blocked away as he gets in there to put it up by Mason Garland. Shot by Kelly is in and out. No good. Charlie Yoder with the rebound. Charlie goes right side to Elijah Hales. In the corner now to Jordan Schrock. Back out front to Hales. Now to Charlie down the lane. Fakes. No problem for Charlie there.
I'm not sure what the game plan is there to leave Charlie open by 10 feet, but he'll take it. It's probably open he'll be all year.
Yeah, no kidding. With that, he'd set all kinds of records. Shot is taken off the baseline there by Garland, and he misses. Back come the Warriors now. Yoder down the lane, puts it up and scores. Looked like he might have been fouled too.
Twice.
Right. No
well,
call.
that's the difference in Charlie this year. He can finish through that contact. He's gotten
you're right.
stronger. And
4-zip Warriors. 6 minutes to go in the first quarter. With the ball is Kelly. You go right side with it in the corner to McClure. Now back to Kelly. He drives. Shot to the baseline's no good, but we have a whistle and a foul on the Warriors. Jordan Schrock picks up the foul.
Churubusco coach called that one for the referee.
I heard him yell, so.
That's what he was yelling about.
Paul's pass left side goes to Kelly. We have another foul on the Westview.
And that's what we were talking about. We want to stop their penetration without fouling. It kind of depends on how they're calling it. If they're going to call every little brush, and it's going to be tough.
That was on Josh, his first. Team second. 4-0 Westview. With the ball is McClure now for Busco.
For the second week in a row, we're putting Dennis on the other team's top scorer.
Good defense by Jordan Schrock. Paul will drive it. Dish it off to Bonar. He'll put it up, miss the shot, and the rebound comes down to Elijah Hales.
Yeah, I think our length bothered him that time.
Elijah will pop it from the top of the circle, misses a shot, and now we have a traveling violation as coming down with the rebound was Mason Garland, and his feet flew in the air. 5:09 to go in the first quarter.
I think our shooters are kind of shocked at how open they are.
Yeah. Charlie had to battle through a couple of Busco defenders there, but was able to score. So it's Charlie 6 and Busco nothing at this point.
All from the same spot, too.
Exactly. High percentage shots. Paul's shot from 15 is good. Fall away jumper. So Busco hits the board with 4:45 to go in the first quarter. Hales. Interior pass comes to Charlie. He'll drive, put it up off the glass, this time too hard. Battled for and out of bounds. Last touch by Westview's Jordan Schrock. It'll be Busco ball underneath the Westview basket. Garland will inbound and he'll get it into Jackson Paul. Paul walks it up. Hands it off to Garland. Garland will go left side with it to Kelly. His long three is good. So Busco back within one at 6-5. Wingard into Yoder. Ball loose on the floor, picked up by Wingard to Hales. Left side of Yoder. His shot from three is good.
Can't tell if he fell down or got knocked down.
I think it was maybe trying to act a little bit just like the Busco kid did on he was trying to pick up the charge earlier. Ball knocked out of bounds, and it's going to be Westview basketball. 9-5 Westview.
Definitely intense out there.
Charlie on the baseline. Cross courts it to Josh Ostetler. Now up top to Hales to Wingard. Left side Yoder for three again. This time it's off the mark. Jordan Schrock with the offensive rebound. And he is fouled on that rebound. Second foul on Busco. This one will go against Luke McClure. 5'11" sophomore.
Didn't we have a lot of fouls in the first quarter against Northridge? Both ways?
Yeah, as I recall, you're right. A lot of stoppage of play. Hales goes right side, knocked out of bounds by the defender there. And yeah, it's really hard to see their numbers. Luke McClure.
You have to memorize their face, I guess.
Yep. McClure kind of has floppy hair, so I'll have to remember that. Hales right side to Josh. Now the backdoor passing to Charlie, and he lays it in off the glass.
Yeah, it's a set play against their zone defense. Seems like when we go out of bounds, they go zone and stay in it.
We need somebody else to shoot and score. I ran out of room already on my stat sheet for Charlie.
Charlie 11, Busco 5.
Here, I can get you mine.
Reverse layup is good by Bonar. 11-7, Westview. Charlie with the ball. He'll drive it toward the hole. tries to fake around Bonar and gets it out of trouble to Wingert. Inside, Schrock, fall away jumper's good.
That was a foul.
Yeah, a lot of contact, but they're letting them play.
Yeah, Jordan's really good at finishing in that area in there.
2:25 to go in this first quarter. With the basketball is McClure. He'll go right side with it to Paul. Paul drives on Wingard, spins in the lane.
Great help defense that time.
McClure now underneath to Paul, and he'll play it in. Charlie tries to drive on Bonar and then tries again. Gets double teamed, gets it out of trouble to Wingard, knocked away but chased down by Hales. Elijah will set it up. He'll go right side. Josh wide open for three, and they're going to let us shoot. We'll take him.
That barely hit the net.
Yeah, it was like
I think we're going to ripple.
Well,
I was watching practice the other day, and Josh was really hitting his threes. So.
Hot hand. 16-9 now. In the last two trips down, it's been someone other than Charlie scoring. Shot is good from outside by Kelly, his second three of the night.
It was only a 2.
Oh, was it? He was on the line, okay. And there's a three by Charlie.
I believe Charlie had his career high here a couple seasons ago.
Oh, he did, that's right. Yeah,
Yeah.
37 or something like
36,
that.
I think.
6,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, I'd say he's on pace to break that at this point, isn't he?
He's got 14 already in the first quarter.
Shot by Paul is good, and that is a three. Timeout on the court. I think it was Rob Yoder that called the timeout. 19-14 is our score with 59.2 seconds to go in the first quarter. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Does your paint job need a refresh? Got too many dings and scratches? Let Height Auto Body take care of it for you. No matter the type of vehicle, motorcycle, trailer, or truck cab, Height Auto Body's experienced paint specialists will attend to every detail so you don't have to. We aim to be #1 in customer service, and your satisfaction is always guaranteed. We're located west of State Road 9 on US 20. Height Auto Body, a trusted name in the community for over 20 years.
And we're back ready to resume action after the timeout, and it was actually called by Churubusco's coach, Chris Paul. Pass from Hales to Wingard, now to Josh, now to Litweiler who's come in, and he'll put it up and in.
A little full court press that time. Oh, that's out on them.
Yeah, good hustle by Charlie, stayed back and caused the turnover.
He got one of his 6'8" wingspan arms in there.
Yeah. Inbound pass comes from Hales to Yoder. Yoder fakes the three, goes to Hales. Inside to Josh, back to Hales for three, and it's good.
That barely rippled too.
Well, the guys like a game like this because it's up and down and you're shooting and having fun.
Westview has built a 10-point lead now with 25 seconds to go in the first quarter. Paul drives, has it swatted away by Litweiler, but he must have gotten a portion of the arm. And he'll pick up his first foul tonight. Third team foul on Westview. It'll be a shooting foul for Jackson Paul, the sophomore.
Well, they're definitely tough to contain. They drive it really hard, and they're quick, and they're strong. I would imagine over time we'll probably adjust to that a little bit once we've seen him in action and put the clamps down a little bit.
And Paul hits them both. 24-16. Westview will be content to try to take the last shot of this quarter now with just 10 seconds to go.
I think we got a box and one going on here.
Hales, 3 seconds. Inside to Charlie, and he's fouled.
I think they called it on Charlie.
Yeah.
Oh, really? For backing in? Wow, I didn't see it.
They called it on Litweiler.
Oh, okay, so it was away from the ball. Second on Drew, and Busco gets the shot off. Way short, wouldn't have counted anyway. So we played 8 minutes from Churubusco High School, and our score after 1, Westview 24 and Churubusco 16. We'll be back with second quarter action right after this timeout.
Want to know what I like best about playing basketball for my high school? I like it because it's a place where my friends get to see me play. I like it because I'm playing for someone besides myself. I'm playing for everybody in my school and every person in my community.
Indiana high school sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
Just about ready to resume action while I have a chance here. I'd like to thank Andrew Brown, graduate of Westview High School, now a junior at Indiana University in Bloomington. And he did our pregame video. Did a great job of that, and we really appreciate that. Driving is Paul. He'll bring it back out front now to come to foot now to another new face, Jake Falk, who drives it in and puts it up and in. So we have Jake Barkley in there, along with Jake Falk. Neither one of those guys started, and Eli Foote. Shot from the free throw line's no good by Falk. So the score remains 24-18. Hales to Schrock, right back to Hales. Inside Josh, turnaround, jump hook's no good. Rebound is pulled down by Barkley. Pass ahead to Paul. Drives it, pulls it back out to Foote, out front. Jackson Paul. They'll swing it around into the corner now. It'll go to Falk. Back out front, Kelly. Now Jackson Paul again. Son of the coach. Paul drives, has it knocked away. Battle for the rebound, tipped into the hands of Wingard. Dennis across the timeline. Out front to Charlie. He'll go back to Dennis. Inside to Charlie. Now 3 by Hales is good.
I think our height is bothering Paul when he drives a little bit. He gets in there, but he's not finishing quite as much as he might be used to.
Yeah, he's able to penetrate, but that's as far as it goes. Good defense, good help defense too on those drives. And a foul out front. It's going to go against Dennis Wingard, his first tonight.
This is really a good test for us tonight to see, can we play defense without fouling? Can you move your feet? Can you?
So far, we've picked up 6 fouls in the.
So they do not need to check in anymore. 42 just wandered out on the floor straight from the bench.
Wow.
Home court advantage.
Yeah, their scorekeeper was pointing it out to Roger. Make sure he got him.
Yeah. Mason Garland tries to get the pass, and Hales chases it down, puts it up, scores off the glass. 29-18, Westview. 6 minutes and 12 seconds to go.
Little 1-3-1 here.
Did you predict that? You did, didn't you?
Well, I thought we might go to it at some point.
Right. McClure. Baseball pass across the court to Falk, deep in the corner, shots long, but the offensive rebound's pulled down by McClure, and a reverse layup is good. Westview with the ball and a 9-point lead. Charlie out front. That's Dennis Wingard, number 3. Back to Charlie. Charlie gets a pick from Schrock. He'll take the shot to the baseline, no good. And a rebound by Eli Foote, the little 5'8" senior. Driving is Garland. He kind of throws up a slop shot off the baseline, and it pulled down by Schrock, now to Hales. Hales no-look pass underneath to Dennis, and he's fouled as he goes up for the shot, so he'll be shooting 2 from the charity stripe.
I think that last possession was an example of what you can get out of it if you press a little bit and speed them up. You know, they missed their previous possession and got the rebound, but that time that was just a hurried shot.
Yeah, it was.
Get them playing a little bit faster than they're used to, and
right.
That's the goal. You know, chance of just flat out getting a turnover, a steal off of it, are, you know, a little bit limited, but shot selection, that's just as important.
Coach Chris Paul is substituting rather freely. He goes about 8 deep on his bench.
He can't go any deeper.
That's all he has, isn't it? Yeah, you're absolutely correct.
But they are all playing, yes.
Dennis hit both his free throws. Westview's lead is 11. 31-20. Attempt on a backdoor, and Josh smelled that one out.
Yeah, we've seen that a few times in practice.
Yeah. Interior pass to Hales. Now to Wingard. He'll pop a 3. And it's off the mark, but Charlie with the offensive rebound. He'll get it to Hales. Right back to Charlie in the corner. He'll get it out of trouble to Elijah. Back to Charlie. 3 is no good. Wow. Going up over the back was Paul on a delayed whistle. No, they're going to call it on Schrock.
Yeah, they called it on
Yeah,
Josh.
I wondered.
He pushed Schrock out of the way, got the rebound, and then they got then they called the foul.
Coming in will be Luke Miller. He'll come in for Dennis Wingard.
One thing Luke is good at is you put him on a certain guy defensively and just say, sick him. He's pretty good at locking him down. But it'll be quite a challenge if he's guarding Paul.
Paul hits his 3rd free throw of the evening. Leads his team in scoring with 10.
What foul is that on? How many fouls does Dennis have?
Dennis has 1.
1.
Jordan Schrock has 2.
Litweiler has 2.
Yep. 31-22, Westview by 9 in the basketball. Nearing the 4.5-minute mark to go in the first half. Josh Ostetler out front will come to Luke Miller, now to Jordan Schrock. Hales, Josh Ostetler drives the lane, has it knocked away, and coming up with a loose ball is Kelly, or rather McClure, and he drives it all the way to the hole.
Yeah, Busco went to a zone that time, and they're back in another trapping out of it.
Hales inside to Charlie. This is a shot underneath. Busco comes out with it. Making a little run here. 31-24. Paul ended up falling down, and Charlie with a breakaway layup.
It was kind of a big turnaround right there. If they'd have come down and hit a 3, it could have got a little
hairy there.
Intense.
Yeah. 33-24, Westview back up by 9. 3.5 minutes to go in the first half. McClure drives again. Let him have that little 7-foot shot. Dropped it in.
And I think coach was upset that time. We didn't call out the back screen very well. And they got a wide open lane in there.
Don't see very many of those against Westview. Yoder, it's at the Hales in the corner to Josh Ostetler. He'll hit Hales, and he'll put it up, miss the shot, but he was fouled. He'll get 2 shots.
Going to be called on McClure, his 2nd.
They wanted a jump ball out of that.
Really?
Is that what they were hollering about? It's like, I didn't really see anything there.
I guess it's always worth a try.
Elijah hits his free throw. First of the night from the charity stripe for Elijah. Go along with a 3-point field goal, a regular field goal. He has 2 3-pointers, actually. 9 points now for Elijah. And he knocks them both down.
Well, this is a really good test, really at all 5 positions. All these guys can play for Busco. They put pressure on you. they make you play a little faster than maybe what we've even been used to. So we'll see if we make good decisions.
With the ball is Mason Garland. He drives it. Gives it to Falk, who just re-entered the contest. He gets it to Paul, and now we have a whistle and a foul called underneath on Westview.
Said Luke was hanging on to Bonar.
Yeah, just not a good decision there. Just giving him 2 points. Well, we'll see here, but
Brayton Bonar misses the shot.
Good decision by Luke there to foul him and make him.
Josh gets it into Hales. Schrock, now Hostetler. Back to Hales inside. Luke Miller. Yeah, the shot off the glass is good for Luke. His first 2 tonight. 37-26 now, Westview up 11. Shot by Mason Garland's no good. Tipped out. Going over the back was Kelly.
Yeah, Coach pointed that out to the referee on the way back.
I believe so. Pretty obvious. Now we have a whistle and a foul's going to be called on contact underneath. It's going to go against Busco. That's on Kelly.
Well, those are the kind of calls you just seems like you don't get when you come to Churubusco. It's a rough and tumble.
Yeah. Hales with it. He's left open for 3, and he takes it. Like you said, Jamie, if they're not going to guard us,
they're open by 8, 10. They haven't been that open since I can't remember. Yeah, 7th grade. I noticed also we put Elijah on Paul and trying to shut him down.
Oh, there you go. Jake Falk gets it to Mason Garland, who drives it in and puts it up off the glass and good. Quickly back the other way. Charlie is fouled from behind. Hustling back on defense with Garland, but he picks up the foul.
Really an important last minute 41, I think, for this game. If we can get some stops and get some baskets, we can stretch this lead out, give us a little comfort. But if we let them back in it, get it down to 8 or less, it could give them more hope for the second half.
I think they had it down to 7, and then we had that they had that turnover and shots off the mark, but good steal by Hales, and he gets it to Charlie for another 2. Charlie with 18 points already. And we're not even through the first half yet. Jumper is short by Jackson Paul, and back come the Warriors, and we have a foul. It's going to be called on Busco again. And Jackson Paul picks it up. That's his first.
You know, I'm seeing a lot of sweat on those referees out there tonight, too.
they're getting their workout, aren't they?
Somebody throw them a towel.
Yeah. Yeah, the guy underneath was actually bent over a little bit. Wow.
Paul out there sharing his wisdom with the referee.
Pretty typical, it seems like.
Yeah.
Shot is up and good by Josh Hostetler. That'll be his 4th point tonight. Going along with a 3 earlier. Next shot, he spins it in. 44-28 now, Westview, with 1:15 to go in the first quarter. The first half, rather. Paul to Garland, now to Brayton Bonar, and he is actually his jersey was grabbed.
Yeah, that was a pretty good play there by 44 that time. Kind of faked the pass and spun and drove and surprised Luke.
Luke's second foul of the night. And that will send Brayton Bonar to the line, shooting 1-1.
Missed the front end of 1-1 just about a minute ago. Not that bad.
Drilled that one. 68 seconds to go down the first half. Second shot comes off the front of the rim, no good. And Litweiler there for the rebound. Outlets it to Hales. 60 seconds now to go in the half.
We'll run a set here.
Inside, Litweiler. Hales. Now Litweiler. He'll go right side to Luke Miller, now to Charlie, and now we're probably going to go for the last shot. Hales will hold it out front.
I think we're maybe not quite at that point yet.
Maybe not.
Oh, beautiful pass.
And why?
Scoring against this team hasn't proven to be too much of a challenge, so we'll take whatever we can get.
20 now for Charlie. 25 seconds to go in the first half. Jackson Paul hands it off to Mason Garland. Garland will drive it to the hole. He'll put it up off the glass and good. 46-31 Westview. 5 seconds now to go in the half. Hales to Charlie. He'll pop a three and misses, and there's the buzzer for the first half. So 16 minutes in the book here at Busco, and our score, Westview 46 and Churubusco 31. Dan Byler, it's time to give away a pizza, of course. Our Shipsy Pizza halftime giveaway trivia contest. Shipsy Pizza is located on State Road 5 North in Shipshewana. And the winner of tonight's contest will receive a certificate for a free large one-topping pizza from Shipsy Pizza. Remember, you're texting your answer to this number. Text 260-463-6505. That's 260-463-6505. Text your answer to that number. And this coming from J.B. Miller this week. Our question is, how many sectional championships has Westview won with Rob Yoder as head coach? Once again, how many sectional championships has Westview won with Rob Yoder as head coach? Text your answer to 260-463-6505. And we'll be back to hopefully announce a winner. And we'll also have halftime stats from Dan right after this timeout.
Do you fret about potential health hazards in your home? Is something eating away at your walls? Stop fretting and do something about it by calling Gold Key Home Inspections. We are a full-service company trained to identify wood-destroying insects, perform mold testing, evaluate the home for radon gas, and do more detailed inspections such as sewer line and thermal imaging. Don't lay awake at night wondering. Call Gold Key today to set up your specialized appointment and leave the worrying to us. When you're turning your house into a home, your furniture plays a big part in the finished product. You'll love the finished products at Weaver Furniture Sales in Shipshewana. Come see the Weaver family. They will work with you to find a piece that fits your needs, or they'll have it custom built just for you. Weaver Furniture Sales is located just south of 5 and 20 in Shipshewana. Visit their website at weaverfurnituresales.com. Does your paint job need a refresh? Got too many dings and scratches? Let Hyde Auto Body take care of it for you. No matter the type of vehicle, motorcycle, trailer, or truck cab, Hyde Auto Body's experienced paint specialists will attend to every detail so you don't have to. We aim to be #1 in customer service, and your satisfaction is always guaranteed. We're located west of State Road 9 on US 20. Hyde Auto Body, a trusted name in the community for over 20 years.
Back here at Churubusco High School, the answers are rolling in here. We've got all kinds of guesses. We're all over the board. I've only had 2 correct ones, but the very first one that came in was correct. Congratulations to Juanita Yoder. She knew that we had 8 under Coach Yoder. Not quite sure. We had 3 with Foster, and I'm not sure how many we had with Aish and Neely, but the total is up there quite a ways more than that. But with Coach Yoder, 8 is correct. So congratulations to Juanita. Taking a look at halftime stats, Westview has led the whole game. The closest, I think, at 6-5. Busco early on in the game had hit a 2 and a 3 to come back from down 6-0. The rest of the way, Westview just sort of steadily pulled away. We're up by 24-16 at the first break, and then outscored again 22 to 15 in the second quarter to take that a 46. I thought I had all my stats done. I didn't have them. 46 to 31 lead at halftime. So a nice high-scoring game. It's interesting because I've been looking at some stats this week, and I don't think we've had any 100-point games with Coach Yoder, but we're awfully close to being on pace for that if we can keep going. Individual scoring, the Eagles being led by Jackson Paul has 11 points so far. 6 points for Luke McClure. He scored all of his just right in a row. I think almost maybe 3 or 4 possessions in a row down the floor. He drove in and scored inside. 6 points for him. 5 points for Gage Kelly. He got all of his in the first quarter. Hit a 3 and a 2. 4 points for Garland. Their leading scorer from their first game, Bonar, only has 3 at this point. He's hit a 2, and then he was 1 of 3 from the line. And of course, one of those he missed from the line was actually the front end of a 1-and-1. And the other 2 points accounted for by Jake Folk for the Eagles. For Westview being led by 20 by Charlie Yoder. He had 14 of those in the first quarter, added another 6 in the second quarter. 13 for Elijah Hales, including 3 threes. Josh Hostetler has 5. He has a 3 mixed in there. I guess I should mention that Charlie also has a 3, but actually has 2 threes. He got a lot of his points right underneath, especially early on. The first 6 points for Westview were layups from the left side. Other scoring for Westview, 2 points apiece for Luke Miller, Drew Litweiler, Jordan Schrock, and Dennis Winger to round out the scoring for Westview. 9 fouls whistled on Westview so far. Nobody really in any big trouble. Jordan Schrock, Drew Litweiler, and Luke Miller each have 2. On the Eagles side of the roster, there's 7 fouls whistled. Luke McClure and Bonar are the only ones with more than 1 foul. Westview enjoying a 13 to 8 rebounding advantage, and yes, the other stat would be from the free throw line. Westview 6 for 6, all in the second quarter. The Eagles are 5 of 7, and in the first period, both teams shot 67% from 3-point range. We were 4 of 6, they were 2 of 3. In the second period, we were 2 of 5, so we're 6 of 11. We're still shooting over 50% from 3-point range. They tried 2 more in the second period, didn't make any, so they're 2 of 5 for the game, 40%. And I'm just wondering, as the game keeps going, Westview likes to play physical, likes to play hard, and it seems like a lot of times we wear people out. So early, about halfway through that second period, it looked like they were making a run back at us, and then all of a sudden we just took off again. I think the closest they had they'd gotten it down to 12. No, they had it to 7. 33 to 26, and then we just pulled away from there.
Well, there was a key turnover there, I think, was it there?
Yeah, there was, yep.
And then after that, we went on a run. So
yeah, we scored 7 straight.
Jamie, you had brought up that that was big because they were really making a run on us there, and if they would have scored a 3, that would have brought them back within 4. But it completely turned around after that, and we started pulling away.
Yeah, they've really played hard. They've scored 31 points. That's not bad for a first half of a high school game.
Right.
That's not bad when you go back and look at what the average opponents score against the Rob Yoder team. That's really good.
Yeah, we usually keep teams
mid-40s.
in the mid-40s for the whole game.
Yeah.
Well, Dan, we're only giving up 28 points a game at this point coming in tonight.
That's a good point. That 7's going to help us all year.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. Well, there's just more possessions in this game. The scoring's going to be higher. So it's up and down, and I'll take our offense against anybody's. I don't even necessarily, this sounds crazy, but I don't know that we shot great. It was decent, but Charlie was wide open on 3 or 4 other threes, and he normally drills them when he's wide open. So
I don't understand why they just leave us alone beyond that around the perimeter.
I don't think they have much of a defensive philosophy, and they're switching up and trying every little thing. They're playing some of the strangest zone I've ever seen. And then they go in boxing one, and then they're trying something else. They don't know who they have half the time. So that's why we're open.
Are they doing that just to try to keep us off balance, or try to keep us, off balance?
Right. That's why they're trying it. Yeah, it's keeping them off balance more than anything.
Right.
We just have such an advantage out there with Elijah and Charlie handling the ball with their experience and size and skill. It's hard for any of that to work.
Well, you have that, but as a team, I mean, we've got 4 guys with lots of playing experience. I mean, they're not going to get rattled real quick.
We're moving the ball really well as a team.
I should mention earlier this evening, the Warriors JV picked up their 2nd win of the season, pretty convincingly, 61-41 win. Mason Yoder, freshman Mason Yoder, was our leading scorer with 11, had 9 of those in the 4th period. Lyndon Miller had 10, Ben Burkett had 9, and Luke Miller had 8. And we made our first 11 free throws as a team before we missed any. Finished the night at 14 of 16, so they played well.
Let's not leave out Drew Miller. He scored, didn't he?
He did. That's right.
Who's that?
He had 4. He was 2 for 2 from the free throw line.
And he hustled. Had some, played good defense. So that was a 20-point win for our JV?
Yes, it was. 61-41. Yeah.
Okay, that's
good bounce back win after that disappointment with Northridge.
Yeah, it'll be a good test for them again Thursday when we go to Northwood.
Right.
So
that'll be another one of those NLC teams that are always tough.
Lots of NECC action tonight. Fairfield's at Prairie Heights. I saw Prairie Heights, their first game, beat Garrett by almost 40.
Wow.
62-27, I think it was.
Oh, my.
Something like that. And so I don't know, early in the year you don't know who's got who and who has what, but so we have the ball to start, and it looks like we got our original starters back in there.
And it looks like Busco has their original starters as well. Westview with the basketball to begin the 2nd half. Charlie Yoder with the ball. Scored 20 in the 1st half. Ball loose on the court, picked up by Paul. He'll give it to McClure, and he drives in again and puts it up and in. McClure is quick, and he can get to that basket in a hurry. Almost stole that one away. Knocked it out of bounds into the Churubusco cheer section.
This looks like a good time for us to try a backdoor play. They're really pressuring the passing lanes, and
Charlie being double teamed. Pulls it out in the corner, then drives the baseline, puts it up, too hard off the glass, and the putback is good. .22 now for Charlie. 48-33 is our score. Just about a minute into the 3rd quarter. With the basketball is Kelly. He'll give it to McClure. McClure hands it off to Jackson Paul. He drives, puts it up off the glass, and gets a roll.
That's a flop.
Yeah, they're going to call it an offensive foul on Charlie, his 2nd tonight.
Well, they called it, but I don't agree. He was falling before Charlie got there.
Well, they tried that earlier in the first quarter tonight. Didn't work. Jackson Paul walks it up, shouting instructions to his offense. Mason Garland, he'll get it right side to Paul. Inside to Brayton Bonard. On the shot from the corner is no good by McClure. And back come the Warriors. Hales picks up his dribble, gives to Josh Hostetler. Out front now it'll come to Wingard. Hales again for a 3, and he's going to get 3 shots on the foul for McClure.
Oh, McClure's everywhere.
We knew something had to happen because he missed.
Exactly. It's the first 3 he's missed tonight.
That's McClure's 3rd foul, too.
That'd be helpful if he would be over there with 4.
Hales hits nothing but net. 14 now for Elijah tonight. 49-35 is our score. And he'll get one more. Builds a Westview lead to 15-16 if he hits this one, and he does.
Has he missed it all tonight?
He missed his first 2-point attempt early on in the game.
But he's hit all his free throws, right?
And his threes.
Yep.
I didn't want to say anything. It would have been the announcer's jinx before,
yeah,
before
that's
he made
right.
that one.
Shot no good by Busco. Good lead pass ahead from Yoder to Hostetler, and it's knocked out of bounds. Good defense by Bonar.
Yeah, it's not easy to score against them. They got really quick hands.
Even their big guys. Josh Hostetler receives the inbound pass from Hales. He gets it into Charlie Yoder. Charlie backs it out. Short of the 3 mark. Good rebound by Wingard. Charlie drives it to the hole and puts it in. 53-35 all of a sudden. Westview with an 18-point lead. Shot too hard off the glass by Garland. Back come the Warriors. Inside pass to Charlie. He'll put it up off the glass and good. 26 now for Charlie Yoder. 55-35, a 20-point lead for the Warriors with 5:21 to go in the third quarter. Timeout called by Busco. And we'll take one also. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Want to know what I like best about playing basketball for my high school? I like it because it's a place where my friends get to see me play. I like it because I'm playing for someone besides myself. I'm playing for everybody in my school and every person in my community.
Indiana high school sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
He just passed up.
55-35, 20-point lead for Westview.
Charlie's moved past Darren Yoder from class of 85 or 86. Seth Wagler and Dominique Neely tonight. Inched his way up into 21st place on the all-time scoring list.
Just keeps moving up the ladder. Busco with a basketball in the hands of McClure. McClure tries to drive the baseline, shoots it out, and the shot is up and no good by Jackson Paul from the top of the circle, and we have another foul on McClure, I believe.
Well, we'll take that shot from Paul. That's not his strength. He can hit him out there, but you can see there our press speeded him up and forced him to take a shot he isn't normally taking.
It is his 4th.
McClure's?
Yeah.
And now Coach Paul will go to the bench, and he'll call on number 0, Eli Flip. The Warriors with the ball. Inside pass to Josh Hostetler, and a quick scoop shot's good. 7 for Josh tonight. Came in with a 10.5 point per game average. 57-35 now, Westview by 22. And we have a whistle. Looked like Bonar was in there about 45 seconds, but in the lane. You don't see that called very much.
That was an unnecessary foul there. We had him surrounded.
Right.
He wasn't going to get much of a good shot off, and we bailed him out. But fortunately, we're not in the bonus yet.
It was Josh's 2nd foul, team 2nd for the half.
Inbounding is Jackson Paul. He just drops it down into a bunch of Westview players. Josh Hostetler came up with it. Hales underneath the Charlie. He's right under the basket, and he's fouled. Well, now we're going to have a traveling violation. It was overturned by an official that was outside.
Well, you don't see that very often. Can we go to the instant replay on that, or Justin?
Well, I suppose the official inside was watching the action up high, so.
I think the reason he traveled, he was getting dragged by the arm.
That could be. There was a lot of action going on underneath there.
There's a 2-man drag there.
Paul with the basketball. He'll drive it down the lane and give off right side to Foot. Foot hands it off to Paul. He drives and is double and triple teamed, and we have a traveling on the other side, so made up for there.
Elijah's really moving his feet there very well, staying in front of Paul.
4:10 to go in the third quarter, 57-35. Hales drives it and pulls it back out. Schrock right back to Hales. Out front it would come to Dennis Wingard. Now to Charlie, high post left side. He'll get it inside, tipped around, still loose on the floor and picked up by Jackson Paul of Busco. Paul works it across the timeline, right side. Fulk's shot from 3 is no good, and Schrock skies for the rebound for the Warriors. Yoder, long 3 in the air, and it won't go. Good rebound by Josh Hostetler on the offensive boards. And now we have a couple Busco players crashing in, and we have a foul called. Now the officials will get together to see who it's going to be on.
Is he going to call travel again? I think they were trying to decide
offensive foul.
Try to decide which one to call it on because several of them crashed in there. It's called on Fulk, his first.
Elijah Hales will inbound. And now we have a hold underneath. It's going to go against Jackson Paul. That's his second, I believe, right, Dan?
Yeah, just second. Team's fourth now.
Well, Churubusco can afford to get into foul trouble less than we can.
Hales gets it into Charlie. Another act job underneath by Busco. We have a whistle and a foul is going to be called. This time it's going to go against Eli Foote.
That was one of those where he probably did get all ball, but when you hack down on a guy, they're going to call that a foul every time.
Yeah, that's a really good point. You're drawing attention to yourself when you swing like that.
Two-shot foul coming for Charlie Yoder.
He hasn't been to the stripe yet tonight.
You are right.
Churubusco's coach letting his feelings be known a little bit.
Yeah, he was, wasn't he? Or, yeah, he did.
Well, it's just frustration. I mean, they've played hard. They've played pretty well, and they're down 23. So it's...
Westview's gone on 11-0 run here.
Yeah, it's got to be frustrating when you're on the other side, I tell you. Scoop shot's no good by Paul, and he stays back to argue with the official rather than play defense.
Yeah, they're calling for, they want to foul every time now. And
Paul will bring it back, fakes, puts it up off the glass and hits. Timeout on the court again. Well, we'll just keep it right here for this one. 59-37 is our score, 3:05 to go in the third quarter. Westview with a nice comfortable lead now, guys, 22 points.
I think the only thing I see out there, we're a little sloppy this half with the ball. That's 3 or 4 turnovers we've had.
4, yeah. 4. Well, one of those was call it an offensive foul.
The travel when we were getting dragged?
And the travel, yeah. So,
okay.
Yeah, so, yeah, 2 of those are a little questionable, I think. But we have had, it has been a little sloppy.
Sometimes when it's so easy to score and you're scoring pretty easily, you forget some of your maybe fundamentals, your team, your philosophy on offense about getting a good shot, swinging the ball. I mean, we're wide open. You can't blame them for not taking it. But I think maybe we're emphasizing over here. Maybe let's swing the ball, get everybody involved, and see if we can get a point-blank layup or something.
Yeah, I showed we only had 1 turnover in the first half, and we've had 4 here in the third quarter. And they had 4 in the first half and 1 in the third quarter so far. So
yeah, this kind of style can make everybody sloppy after a while.
Westview will inbound as we resume action now. Dennis Wingard will inbound underneath the Busco basket. Hales receives the inbound pass. Whistle. Contact underneath. Looks like Paul's going to
play, and yeah, Paul picks up his third.
Well, eventually they're going to have to stop fouling or they'll be out of the game.
Westview with the basketball. Josh Hostetler. Charlie's on the floor now. Not sure what happened there. Pops back up. Litweiler. Hales. Right back out to Litweiler, now Wingard. In the corner to Josh Hostetler. 2:40 to go in the third quarter. 59-37 Westview. Hales, follow-away jumper is good. $18 now for Elijah tonight.
Not too many 6'4" guards that can stop on a dime and do that.
No. Good athlete. Long three is short by Paul. Long rebound comes out to Hales. Lob pass inside to Josh, and it goes out of bounds off his fingertips, so it'll be a turnover on the Warriors. Busco will bring it back their way. Brayton Bonar coming back into the ball game now for Busco.
I think Paul might be wearing out just a little bit. His last couple of shots have been short. He's played really hard and on both ends of the court.
Falk back into the ball game. Another offensive foul.
He pulled up. He's telling Dad, don't get upset. That was my fault.
Well, he also said, don't worry, I won't foul. I won't foul.
Oh, is that what he was saying?
I think he wanted to stay in the ball game. Don't take me out.
He picked up 3 fouls here in the third quarter.
Well, that's just an example of us. We kind of figured him out a little bit, I think.
Litweiler for 3. In and out. And an offensive rebound by the ever-present Josh Ostetler.
Yep, Josh doing what he does best, just cleaning up.
That's right. He's got that nose for the basketball wherever it comes down. With the ball his foot, he'll dish it off to Garland. Garland tries to bounce pass it inside, and it's kicked away. Goes out of bounds. It'll stay in the hands of the Busco Eagles. Minute and a half to go now in the third quarter.
I have to chuckle a little bit. You see these shorts on teams getting shorter and shorter all of a sudden. Now they're all ordered in years past, so they got to roll the waistband up on all the shorts.
That's what it is. Okay. Yeah, I've seen that. Shot is good. That was a 2 by
Bonar.
Bonar.
With a hand in his face.
Was that Garland or Bonar? Was Bonar, right?
Yes.
Yeah. First 3 of the night for him. 63-39.
There's only a 2, I think.
Oh, that's right. It was. You're right.
Another turnover. 6 for Westview this quarter.
So far, we've only had 10 turnovers.
Well, we've had 7 tonight.
Has been more possessions, but yeah, a lot of them are just unforced. Sloppy passes.
Foot with the basketball. Hales on him. He'll drive it to the basket, and then he's fouled as Litweiler got his hand in there.
He's going to pick up his third 3 on Westview for the half.
Eli Foote, 5'8" senior at the charity stripe, hasn't gotten into the scorebook tonight.
I assume it's his brother that's coaching the JV team here.
They
now.
kind of resemble each other. I think you're right.
Or at least cousins or something, I suppose.
Could very well be. Foote misses his first. He'll get one more. Inside a minute now to go in the third quarter. 48.7 seconds. And the shot is good. 63-40. Westview by 23. Hales goes right side of Litweiler. Back out front to Hales. Josh now in the corner to Wingard. Dennis gives it up to Hales. Inside pass to Charlie, knocked away, chased down by Litweiler. Good hustle. Back out front, it'll come to Wingard.
Probably go for 1 here, I would think.
20 seconds to go in the third quarter.
Action slowed down a little bit,
It did. Or yes, it did. Inside 10 seconds, we're nearing the 5-second mark. Josh with a 3, and it's good, and he's fouled.
While they were throwing Charlie against the wall under the basket, Josh was wide open.
Josh's second 3 of the night. He now has 12 points altogether, chance to make it 13 with a successful free throw here. 3.4 seconds showing the clock down the third quarter. Shot by Josh is good.
Yeah, Josh has only missed 1 shot all evening from anywhere. So. Uh-oh.
Well, and he he's 8 for 8 from the free throw line this year, according to my stats.
As a team tonight, we're 12 for 12.
So we played 3/4 of basketball now from Busco. Westview with things well in hand here. 67-40 is our score. We'll be back with the fourth quarter right after this timeout.
Have you ever been unpleasantly surprised by a purchase and wish you had done more investigation before buying? Gold Key Home Inspections is here to help give you peace of mind about one of your largest investments, your home. Our inspectors are trained to expertly evaluate all aspects of your potential home and give you information to use in making an informed decision. Don't gamble on your future. Give Gold Key Home Inspections a call today to set up your appointment.
Churubusco will inbound to begin the fourth quarter. Inbounding will be Jake Falk, 6'3" junior, gets it into Eli Foote.
Looks like Churubusco's going to run a set play, or maybe just a pick and roll.
Foote picks up his dribble, gives a pass to Kelly. Kelly will drive and swatted away by Josh Hostetler. Josh gets up slowly along with Kelly. Shot is missed on the other end, and Busco with a rebound. Mason Garland with it. He'll drive it down the lane, put it up off the glass too hard. Good rebound by Hales. Quickly back the other way. Charlie underneath, and he is hacked. But he was fouled before that on the floor by Eli Foote.
Still be shooting in the 1-and-1.
Ninth team foul this half on Churubusco. Westview with 3.
I think if they ran fingerprint tests on Charlie's arms tonight, they'd find a pretty 16 different sets on there.
Good point. Charlie misses a free throw. What does he have? 28 points at this point. Kelly out front. A long-range 3 is off, no good. Charlie with a rebound. Push off on Josh Hostetler, I guess.
Yeah, that was, I'm sure it was a retaliation shove, but he couldn't do it in that kind of a situation, or it's easy to see.
Egley coming in. Blake Egley sees his first action tonight. Blake, a 5'7" junior. And Josh comes out. Jackson Paul re-enters the contest with 4 fouls. He has the basketball. He'll take it into the lane and then pick up his dribble and give off to a traveling Mason Garland.
Just before he hit it.
Yep. Winger gets it into Hales. Left side of Charlie Yoder. Fakes a shot. Right back to Hales. 6:40 to go in the ball game. Hales drives it. Fall away jumper is good again. He can hit him from both sides, in the corners, anywhere. Driving is McClure, and he's fouled on his way in.
Elijah just kind of toys with them.
Yeah, he does. You're right.
He's advanced his game enough. If they play off of him, he hits the shot. If they are on him, he takes it at it and creates space. So it's a treat watching a kid like this play, because they don't come around very often.
Hales misses a shot, but he's hammered by Donar, who had just missed a shot on the other end. A little frustration foul there.
That'll be his third.
We're in a double bonus now, aren't we?
Yeah, so shooting every time, shooting 2 every time.
Elijah bangs that one down. Elijah now at 21.
Interesting to hear what the opposing students have to say. I think they were saying Grace is hot, talking about his sister.
He's heard that one before.
Oh, yeah. That's not very original, I don't think.
It's better than some things they could say, I suppose.
Oh, yeah. Bonar with the shot there, and he gets it to fall. He has 7.
Interesting to see if we work around and get some shots off for Blake.
He can hit him. Charlie Yoder drives it into the lane, and then he's fouled.
McClure did. Oh, that was Kelly.
4th on Bonar. Brayton Bonar with his 4th foul tonight.
No, they called. Oh, yeah, they did. I thought they were calling on Kelly.
They got 3 players with 4 now.
Charlie might be getting a little tired. He's missed 2 free throws in a row.
He hasn't been out of the game yet. He's been pounded pretty good.
But Charlie never gets tired, or he'd never admit it anywhere. Hits that one.
Sometimes you shoot better when you're tired just because you're not so jacked up.
Right. Shot is up and good by Bonar. Charlie, he'll pop it from the left side, misses. Bonar with a rebound. Outlet pass comes to Jackson Paul. Tries to drive on Hales, pulls up for the jumper, and it's going to be short, no good. Battle for and grabbed by Bonar. He'll give it to Garland, and Garland's shot's way short. Charlie chases down the loose ball. 5:10 to go in the ball game. Westview with a comfortable 72-44 lead. They have a whistle and a push off. Charlie will pick up the foul. That'll be his 3rd. Busco will inbound underneath their own basket. Dennis Wingard coming out, and Jordan Schrock re-enters the contest.
Well, it's getting a little ragged out there right now. So we need to try to get a little crisper here these last 5 minutes, I think.
Paul with the basketball. Hales on him. Drives it all the way down the baseline, and he'll force it up. Charlie swats it away.
Charlie blocks it with his elbow.
He'll drive, and he gets swatted. Pretty hard foul there on Garland. Nope, it's going to be on Kelly. Charlie hits 30. 30 points now for Charlie Yoder.
You said he had 20 in the first quarter?
The first half.
Oh,
he had 14 in the first quarter.
14 in the first quarter.
31 now as he hits them both.
Well, he's definitely worked for him.
30-point lead for the Warriors. Yeah, he's been through the ringer tonight. Kelly with the basketball. He pushes off. Yep. Yeah. Oh, no, they called it on Blake.
Well, that's one way to get your name in the scorebook.
Yeah.
First foul of the night for Blake. Gage Kelly at the free throw line. Short. Litweiler pulls down the rebound. Another foul.
They call it a moving screen.
On Litweiler?
No.
Blake
again. Second on Blake. 4:22 to go now. Inbound pass from Garland into Paul. Right back to Garland. He'll get it out front to McClure. So 2 Eagles playing with 4 fouls out there. That's one of them, Paul, but he missed the jumper. Now they're going to call a foul on Westview. This time it's going to be Litweiler, or Schrock.
That'll be his 3rd.
This game's been pretty fast moving until the last
I know.
half a quarter.
And what we They had 9 fouls and we only had 3, and now we're almost tied with it. Blake Egley gets it into Yoder. Go ahead.
Once they hit 10 fouls on the board, they're not going up any higher.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Nice up and under there by Elijah.
That'll be all for McClure. As he fouls out, we're going to see some bench players. Luke Miller coming in. Lyndon Miller, rather. Lyndon comes in for Charlie. Hales at the free throw line. Short. Rebound comes down to Bonar, and he'll give the pass to Foot. He drives, misses a shot. Put back is up. 3 or 4 bodies on the floor there. Schrock driving, pass underneath. Litweiler, and he'll put it in. 78-44. 3.5 minutes to go in the ball game. Westview with the lead. Next action will be next Thursday as we travel down to Napanee to take on the Northwood Panthers in the Panther Pit. Traveling violation on Mason Garland.
No, Northwood they've already played 3 games, I believe. They're 2-1, and they're playing tonight.
Yeah, I haven't looked ahead. So who have they beaten?
They beat Lakeland by 4.
Wow.
Wait a minute here.
Hales comes out.
So a well-deserved standing ovation.
Burkett comes in now for the Warriors, along with Brandenberger, Lyndon Miller, and Litweiler. Litweiler looks on the floor and he's feeling pretty comfortable with all these guys because they used to be his teammates last year. Long 3 is good by Kelly. He has...
They only counted as a 2.
Okay. Ball loose, picked out of there by Paul. The pass ahead, and the fall-away jumper is good by Kelly again for 2. And Busco wants a timeout with 2:41 to go in the ball game and down 30 points. We'll be back right after this.
Does your paint job need a refresh? Got too many dings and scratches? Let Height Auto Body take care of it for you. No matter the type of vehicle, motorcycle, trailer, or truck cab, Height Auto Body's experienced paint specialists will attend to every detail so you don't have to. We aim to be #1 in customer service, and your satisfaction is always guaranteed. We're located west of State Road 9 on US 20. Height Auto Body, a trusted name in the community for over 20 years.
And we're back at Churubusco. Full timeout called by Busco, trailing by 30, 78-48.
We were talking about Northwood earlier. They were at Lakeland in the first game. They won 53-49. Then they had a tournament. I'm not sure exactly where it was, but they lost to Heritage Christian, who's always a well-regarded 2A school. They lost 57-44. And then they rebounded to beat Muncie Burris, who is a 3A school. They beat them 63-45. So they've got some good early season experience anyhow.
Heritage Christian is in Indianapolis, isn't it?
Correct.
Westview with the ball. Traveling violation on Lyndon Miller.
Seems a little weird that Churubusco would go to a trapping press here with all our reserves in the game. But it's the coach trying to make the score look better than what it is.
Well, that's true. Whistle and a foul, and it's going to go against Lyndon Miller.
Right after that foul, they probably could have called Paul for one, but brought his elbow up, but it was too late. Lyndon had already been called. So.
Shot by Paul is short.
It says half. I think Paul. How many does Paul have this half?
He only has 4 this half. He had 11 in the first. Had 9 in the first quarter.
Almost everything's been short.
Misses that one. Offensive rebound by big guy. And then Paul Paul tipped that one in. Another timeout.
Yeah, coach is not happy. He's putting the starters back in.
Oh,
well,
no, he can't do that. I already totaled up their scores.
Well, they're fouling. They're not moving their feet. They're having stupid turnovers. They're giving up offensive rebounds. He wants to make a point.
Yeah.
If you go in there, you got to play hard.
You can't be in there. There can't be a letdown. You may not have some of the individual skill that some of the seniors have, but
yeah, he's giving it to him. That's all it is.
Well, and young guys are more susceptible to getting sloppy when a game's like this.
Right,
Just that way, it's just the way it is. So it's a great learning experience for them, and it's nice to be able to teach lessons to your players when you're winning games by 30 points.
Right. 78-50.
And I also think he might be a little irritated that Churubusco decides to go to a
well, that's what I thought at first, and then I thought, yeah.
Trapping type zone.
Right. Now we've got a so Josh hadn't checked in, I guess.
Was Josh out? I mean, if he was out, he can check in.
He was out, but I don't think he checked in before the first horn. I think that's what
oh, that's what it was, yeah. Burkett still on the floor. Quick foul on Busco as soon as they inbounded, so that will send Elijah Hales to the free throw line. Foul goes on Kelly, his third.
Elijah's getting it pretty good from that cheering section over there.
As I recall, they've always been kind of funny. I mean, they have some original things going on, even way back when my son was in high school. Hales hits his free throw. Elijah now with 23.
26.
26.
2, 4, 6,
26.
7, 8.
15
yeah, 26.
and okay. Bonart. Cross-court pass to Falk, has it blocked away by Charlie. Goes out of bounds. It'll be Westview basketball.
Good defense that time by Charlie. He didn't go for the fake and just used his length to affect that shot.
Good pass up court. Charlie left open, gives it up down low to Schrock, and he gets it out of trouble out front. Minute and 52 to go. Underneath the Schrock, didn't shoot. Now Hales will pop a three, misses. And Josh Osteller with the offensive board. He'll put it up and score off the baseline.
Says, well, all right, then I'll just shoot it.
82-50, 32-point lead now for Westview. Fake on the three by Gage. Kelly, he drives it into the lane and misses a jump hook. And now whistling a foul on Busco.
I'm not sure quite what the strategy here by Busco to prolong the agony.
Right.
Only the second on Falk.
Charlie with 31. 32 now.
See, what is his high? Is it 37?
That's what I was thinking, but
I don't have that.
He hadn't hit 40, has he?
I don't think so. I don't have that paper with me tonight. I didn't bring all my stats.
It just runs in my mind. 37 is sticking in my head. He hits both of those, so he's nearing that mark now. 33. Driving is Paul on the baseline. Gets it underneath to the big guy in there, Barkley, but he misses the shot. 70 seconds now to go in the ball game. Once again, next week, that'll be a Thursday night game against Northwood over there. Shot is good by Schrock. His second field goal tonight for 4 for Jordan. Long three attempt by Kelly's well short. Putback is no good by Barkley, and Westview comes up with it with 40 seconds now to go in the ball game.
I think we'd probably just dribble this out if they'd let us.
Josh Ostetler, that's Hales now. Hales gets it to Charlie. Puts it on the floor a few times. Now to Wingard with 20 seconds. Hand off to Hales. Hales gets it to Charlie. Charlie to Wingard. And we'll count down the last 10 seconds here. And Westview will keep their record unblemished and go to 3-0 with the buzzer. Final score here tonight, Churubusco losing to Westview 86-50. And we'll be back with scoring and stats right after this timeout.
Do you fret about potential health hazards in your home? Is something eating away at your walls? Stop fretting and do something about it by calling Gold Key Home Inspections. We are a full-service company trained to identify wood-destroying insects, perform mold testing, evaluate the home for radon gas, and do more detailed inspections such as sewer line and thermal imaging. Don't lay awake at night wondering. Call Gold Key today to set up your specialized appointment and leave the worrying to us.
When you're turning your house into a home, your furniture plays a big part in the finished product. You'll love the finished products at Weaver Furniture Sales in Shipshewana. Come see the Weaver family. They will work with you to find a piece that fits your needs, or they'll have it custom built just for you. Weaver Furniture Sales is located just south of 5 and 20 in Shipshewana. Visit their website at weaverfurnituresales.com.
Does your paint job need a refresh? Got too many dings and scratches? Let Hyde Auto Body take care of it for you. No matter the type of vehicle, motorcycle, trailer, or truck cab, Hyde Auto Body's experienced paint specialists will attend to every detail so you don't have to. We aim to be #1 in customer service, and your satisfaction is always guaranteed. We're located west of State Road 9 on US 20. Hyde Auto Body, a trusted name in the community for over 20 years.
And we're back at Churubusco High School, where the Westview Warriors have defeated the Churubusco Eagles here tonight by a score of 86-50. Another good ball game for Westview. A few hiccups along the way.
Well, I think the second half was really our defense clamped down on them. We thought they might adjust, and they did. They only had 19 points in the second half, which
right.
For the skill that Churubusco has out there. You saw what happened when we put in the guys on the end of the bench. They scored in a hurry and a lot. So that is just a credit to us. I think Churubusco got a little tired. Their shots were short, and they made some decisions that they didn't make in the first half. And so it's just a experienced team and a talented team beating down a conference rival, really how we should have. And, a 36-point win. So there's some years you don't beat anybody by 36.
That's right.
And so it's becoming commonplace. And, we're going to have tough games. I'm not trying to insinuate anything like that. But tonight we had the advantage, and we played pretty well. Had some turnovers, but there was a lot of possessions out there too. So it was a good overall performance.
Once again, the final score 86-50. Churubusco goes to 1-1 and 0-1 in the conference, and Westview goes to 3-0 and 1-0 in the Northeast Corner Conference. Our next conference game will be Central Noble, and that's a week from Friday, from next Friday.
A week from now?
Yeah, exactly.
2 weeks from now.
Next Thursday, next week we have one game, and that's Northwood on Thursday night. Oh, no, it is Central Noble on Saturday, I believe, right?
Yeah, that sounds right. Yes. Yeah,
I don't have my schedule out, but
had to change our company Christmas party because I scheduled it on a night we had a basketball
That's
game.
right, Dan. Well, I think you've got the stats ready, so
I
come on in.
All right, taking a look at individual scoring. The Eagles were led by Jackson Paul tonight with 17 points. He had 9 of those in the first quarter. Certainly that's where he scored most of his points. 9 points for Gage Kelly. Luke McClure with 8. Brayton Bonar also had 9 points, including he also ripped down 6 rebounds in that fourth period. A couple offensive and 4 defensive, but yeah, he was getting a lot of rebounds there towards the end of the game. 4 points tonight for Garland, 2 points for Jake Folk, and 1 point for senior Eli Foote to round out the scoring for the Eagles. Westview led tonight by 33 from Charlie Yoder, 26 from Elijah Hale. So between them, they scored 59 points. They outscored the Eagles, just the 2 of them.
Wow.
15 points for Josh Hostetler. So Josh had a nice outing. His points were sort of scattered throughout the game. He had a couple threes. He was 3 for 3 from the free throw line. And I do show that he did miss 1 shot in the second period. He missed a 2-pointer. 4 points tonight for Jordan Schrock and Drew Litweiler. Luke Miller had a bucket for 2 points, and 2 points for Dennis Wingard. Westview finished the night 21 of 24 from the free throw line. They were 12 of 12 in the through the first 3 quarters, and 9 of 12 in the fourth period. I think they got a little tired, and so 21 of 24. The Eagles on the other side, they were 5 of 7 at the end of the first half, but then they missed all 4 of their free throws in the fourth period, and finished the night 6 of 13, so a little under 50% from the free throw stripe. Westview finished the night 20 of 29, so a little better than what is that, about 70% from the 2-point inside the 3-point line. 7 of 15, just a tick under 50% from 3-point range. The Eagles were 19 of 43, a little under 50% 2-point range, and they were 2 of 3 after the first period from the beyond the arc, but then the rest of the game they were 0 for 7, so they finished 2 of 10. Westview with a 33-17 rebounding advantage, and actually most of that rebounding advantage happened in the first 3 quarters. We only out-rebounded them 10-8 in the fourth period. 19 fouls whistled on Westview, 21 on the Eagles, and the one category that we led that we really don't want to ever lead anybody in, 11 turnovers on Westview, and at least 4 of those were offensive fouls, 9 on the Eagles, and of our 11, 10 of those came in the second half.
Well, there has to be something for the coach to talk about this week in practice, but no, really good overall effort. And you know, we're seeing all this, and Nick isn't even playing yet.
Right.
Yeah. And he's going to bring a big body in there with a lot of length and just another offensive weapon. So it's not. We're not going to have trouble scoring this year.
It doesn't appear that way.
Not most games. We're not going to put up 86 every night, but we have a lot of options, and we know the consistency from some of our more experienced players and a lot of young talent that can fill in the gaps as well. And I think the message the coach is trying to send tonight by putting the starters back in there with a couple minutes to go is that if you want to be a championship team, you can't have moments like that where you're giving up offensive rebounds and sloppy play. And so you just wanted to send a message. It's early in the season. Now's the time to do it. And I think he made his point.
I believe so. The starters got back in there for what, the last minute or minute and a half, something like that.
Yeah, about a minute and a half.
Well, good evening for everybody involved as far as Westview is concerned tonight, as the JV was victorious by 20 points in the first game here tonight, 61-41, and the varsity with a big win, 36 points over Churubusco, 86-50. And also Juanita Yoder had a good night because she won a pizza from Gypsy Pizza. So pretty much everybody's happy on the Westview end anyway. Glad you could join us tonight. As we mentioned, next week we'll travel down to Northwood to take on the Northwood Panthers. That should be a pretty decent test for us also down there. It always is. Northwood has a good program and plays well. So that'll do it for tonight. Westview winning, going to 3-0 on the season. Churubusco goes to 1-1, 0-1 in the conference. Westview, of course, 1-0 in the conference. So for our full crew here tonight, including engineer Justin Geigley and our camera operator Eric Hart, Dan Byler, our statistician tonight, and of course Jamie Miller doing the color.
I just realized I really need to do a shout out when you said something about Eric Hart. This morning, Thad Hart informed me that they're going somewhere for the weekend, but Crystal wanted to make sure that whatever the plan was for the weekend, that tonight they were going to be at the hotel so they could watch the game.
Nice romantic getaway. Watching Westview Warrior basketball at LaguanaMedia.com. Well, we're glad you could join us, Thad and Crystal. So for the guys that I mentioned, this is Jerry Hostetler. Good night, everyone.